We've got some big names and some up-and-comers in today's top 5 cards. But with the NBA Finals finishing last night, can you guess who's number 1? We'll tell you next. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday, coming one day after Boston claimed the NBA championship. Do you think Boston is the favorite going into next year as well? Or do you think Luka might lead the Mavs to victory next year or some other team? Let me know in the comments. I have a bet that it's going to be Boston again next year, but feel free to tell me I am wrong in the comments. But one thing you cannot tell me that I'm wrong about is the fact that Whatnot, who's of course a sponsor of this show, is a great place to join live auctions and breaks every day. And tonight we're doing a special giveaway on Whatnot, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight, I'm going on the Cards HQ Breaks channel on Whatnot, and I'm giving away this hobby box of Bowman U Inception. You could have a Stroud auto, you could have a Wemby auto, you could have a Caitlin Clark auto in this box. So join Cards HQ Breaks at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. I'm giving it away completely for free. That QR code on your screen will take you to the Cards HQ Breaks account, as well as the link in the show description below. And if it's your first time ever joining Whatnot, we're also going to hook you up with $15 in free credit to spend on Whatnot. Okay, guys, let's get started today by taking a quick look at the overall sports card market with the Market Pulse by Market Movers. We are flat over the course of the last 7 days. Over the last 30 days, we are up a bit, and we are up a bit on the year as well. Those are good signs, and with the National now just around the corner, the sports card market typically gets hot heading into the National, so it's going to be fun to see what happens here in the month ahead. But now let's talk about some of those cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's Top 5 cards. We're starting today with a cold card, as we do each week, because it's a reminder that sometimes the hot cards on this list turn cold. And that has been the case with Luis Matos, the center fielder for the San Francisco Giants. He was on the top 5 hottest cards last month because he was, of course, called up from AAA at the end of March for the Giants. And in May, there was a period of time where he was batting .455. He actually had a 2-game stretch where he had 11 RBIs in 2 games, which tied a record for a young player. But then shortly thereafter, everything turned cold. And in his last 59 at-bats in the major leagues, he hit only .153 as his batting average, and he was then sent back down to AAA. You can imagine this took very hot cards and instantly turned them very cold. And if we take a look here in Market Movers, and I brought up 5 of Matos's cards on the screen from 2020. I've got his Bowman Chrome First Prospect Auto card. I've got the Refractor in PSA 10. I've got the Purple in PSA 10. And then I've got the base card in raw condition. And then from 2024, Topps Chrome Black. I've got his Topps Chrome Black Rookie Card Auto and the refractor of that rookie card auto. And you can see on the graph, all 5 of these over the last 30 days really moving in the wrong direction. In fact, over the last 30 days, all of these cards are down anywhere between close to 60% and a little bit over 70%. These things went from hot to cold real fast, and they dropped real suddenly. How about his PSA 10 of his 2020 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto Refractor? Somebody paid $255 for that card 30 days ago when Matos was incredibly hot, and most recently that card sold for $73. That is just nasty. Hopefully this guy gets back to the majors sometime soon and finds that early performance that he had, because then these cards might go right back up again. But now let's talk about happier things, such as cards going up. And our investment card of the week this week is Jim Thorpe. Yes, Jim Thorpe, considered to be one of the most versatile athletes of all time. He was a star in both football and track and field, even played baseball professionally as well. But it was at the 1912 Olympics where Thorpe bust onto the scene, winning a gold medal in both the pentathlon and the decathlon, while receiving recognition from the King of Sweden as the greatest athlete in the world. Now, on the football field, Thorpe was known for his incredible speed, power, and kicking ability. And of course, he played professional baseball for 13 years as well. Now, there's not a lot of Jim Thorpe cards out there, but in 1955, this was after he passed away, Topps created an All-American football card set that featured a lot of the greatest college football players of all time. And so a lot of people love collecting those cards of Jim Thorpe. Let's take a look at them here in Market Movers. And we're looking over the last year. This is that 1955 Topps All-American card. And we've got it in PSA 8 condition, PSA 6 condition, PSA 5 condition, and PSA 3 condition, because there were relatively recent sales in all 4 of those grades. And looking over the last 365 days, you can see that they're all moving up in the market, which is pretty great to see. Now, there's a lot of volatility. You can see the graph. They kind of been bouncing all around. Part of the reason for that is eye appeal with these vintage cards. You know, all cards in the same grade are not necessarily created equal, because some may just look a little bit better than others and may therefore sell for a little bit more. But overall, the trend seems to be upwards on these cards. They're up anywhere between about 2%, and the PSA 8 actually has jumped 38% over the course of the last year. 1 year ago, the PSA 8 of that 1955 Topps All-American sold for a little over $3,500, and most recently it sold for almost $5,000. There was a recent sale on that card, so it's nice to see Jim Thorpe get some recognition in the sports card market. Now let's turn to players playing today, and in the number 5 spot, it is Alexander Barkov, the center for the Florida Panthers. Now, after losing the finals last year, the Florida Panthers have found themselves in the driver's seat to wrap up this year's Stanley Cup Finals. Of course, they currently are leading the Oilers 3-1, and Barkov is a big reason for their success this season. He was drafted 2nd overall in the 2013 NHL draft by the Panthers, and for the Panthers this postseason, he's leading them in playoff scoring with 7 goals and 14 assists across their 21 playoff games. This performance has his cards, as you might imagine, going up. Let's take a look here. I've got 3 of Barkov's cards up on the screen. His 2013 Young Guns base card, I've got that in raw condition. I've also got his 2013 Upper Deck The Cup rookie patch auto card. Nice looking card there in raw condition as well. And then I've got that Young Guns in PSA 10 condition as well, so we can take a look at that graded. All 3 of those moving up in the market. Over the course of the last 30 days, these cards are up anywhere between 13% and, wow, 67%. The PSA 10 of that 2013 Young Guns 30 days ago was $176. It most recently sold for $295, so nice increase on that card. All 3 of these cards increasing nicely, as the Panthers' performance has as well. Let's turn to football for the number 4 card today. Perhaps a little bit of a surprise, because normally there's not a lot of football card movement at this point in the offseason. But that is not the case with Malik Nabers, the rookie wide receiver for the New York Giants. Nabers was the 6th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft by the Giants, and the reason why his cards are going up right now is he is leaving a great first impression during OTAs and mandatory mini camps. And of course, the expectations for Nabers are high this season. He's coming off an incredible 3-year stint at LSU, where he shattered the career receiving records there, compiling just over 3,000 yards receiving on 189 receptions. And that is particularly impressive considering LSU recently has produced players such as Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. So for Nabers to break all of the receiving records at LSU, that's pretty good stuff. And he is already drawing some comparisons to former Giants great wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Those comparisons might be a little bit premature at this point, but there's a lot of football card collectors and investors that are jumping on his cards due to the hype right now, regardless. Let's take a look at Market Movers. I'll show you how these cards are all going up in the market. These are all from 2023 Bowman Chrome University. These are all of his first Bowman cards. This is his Prospect Auto Refractor in raw condition. We've also got the X-Fractor in PSA 10 condition. We've got the non-refractor version of the auto in raw condition. And then we have a purple mini diamond refractor in PSA 10 condition. Doesn't really matter which one you have. All of these cards are moving up in the market, up anywhere between 26% and 103%. In fact, it is that refractor version of the auto in raw condition that has more than doubled Over the last 30 days, that card 30 days ago was around $45. Today, it is over $92, and we're seeing nice upwards movement across the board on every Malik Neighbors card. Do you have one in your collection? If so, pull it out right now, because next time you go to a card show, that card will likely be a very hot commodity. Let's turn to baseball for the number 3 spot today, and it is Jose Ramirez, the third baseman for the surging Cleveland Guardians. Now, of course, Ramirez has always been a good hitter. This season, he's actually batting slightly below his career average, but his power numbers are really good. He is tied for 5th in Major League Baseball in home runs with 18 home runs, and tied for 2nd in RBIs with 62 RBIs. He's currently fighting to make his 5th All-Star appearance this season, and he is definitely showing that he is deserving. So I would expect him to make that 5th All-Star appearance. And perhaps most importantly, he has led the Guardians to one of their best starts in franchise history. The Guardians are in sole possession of first place in the American League Central, and Ramirez is a big reason why. Let's take a look at his card prices. As you can imagine, these things are going up. You can see that on the graph. We're taking a look at 4 of his cards from 2014. This is his 2014 Topps Chrome Rookie Auto and Raw condition. We're also going to look at his Heritage in PSA 10 condition from 2014. We're looking at his Topps Chrome base card in PSA 10 condition, and then the X Fractor from 2014 Topps Chrome. That one in PSA 10 condition as well. Lots of green here. All of these cards up anywhere between about 42% and 79%. The raw of that rookie auto 30 days ago was $120. Today, it is $215. The Heritage in PSA 10 has gone from $50 now to $78. The Topps Chrome base card 30 days ago was $100. Today, it is $170 in PSA 10. And the X Fractor in PSA 10 30 days ago was $175. Today, it is $250. Certainly has been a very nice month for Jose Ramirez's card prices. Let's stick with baseball for the number 2 spot today, and we're going with a familiar name to the top 5. Aaron Judge is back in the top 5 again today, and honestly, Aaron Judge could probably be number 1 today if it wasn't for the fact that somebody else beat him out. We'll find out about that in just a minute, but Aaron Judge has been absolutely awesome this season, an absolute dominant force at the plate for the Yankees, and that's part of the reason why the Yankees have been so dominant. The Yankees are the first ball club to eclipse the 50-win milestone this season, and Judge's power is a big reason why. Judge leads Major League Baseball in home runs, RBIs, and OPS. Now, this has a lot of people thinking back to his 2022 campaign, where Judge set the all-time American League single-season home run record, and guess what? His current home run pace, it puts him just shy of that record, but he's real close to it. So if he picks up his home run pace a little bit in the weeks ahead, he might actually be able to match or maybe even beat his 2022 all-time American League home run record. What would that do for his card prices? Can you imagine? Well, his card prices are already going up. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. I got 6 of his cards, a smattering of his cards up on the screen from 2017. I got his Topps Chrome base card in PSA 10. We've also got that card in a refractor in PSA 10. We've also got his rookie debut card in PSA 10. We've got his 2017 Topps paper card in PSA 10 on the screen. Also his 2017 Bowman card in PSA 10. And then also his 2013 Bowman Draft Picks, his prospect card in PSA 10 condition as well. You can see on the graph, all of these have been really hot over the last 30 days. They're all up anywhere between 10% and about 50% in the market. From a dollar standpoint, it is that 2017 Topps Chrome refractor in PSA 10 that is up the most. 30 days ago, you got about that card for $180. Today, that card will set you back $270. And the base card, the 2017 Topps Chrome base card, 30 days ago, that card was $90. Today, that card is $144. So is it too late now to buy Aaron Judge cards? Have you already missed the surge? I don't know. Back in that 2022 season, his cards remained hot for months. So if he continues to play this well, if the Yankees continue to play this well, and if he threatens at all that record, that single season home run record from 2022 as the season goes on, these cards might just get hotter and hotter. But only time will tell. All right, guys, it's time for today's number one card. But before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's episode are from Market Movers. And tonight, I go live with my Market Movers members. I do this once a month just for my Market Movers members. We do Q&A. We do all kinds of special prizes and giveaways. So if you're a Market Movers member, the link is in your email. Join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. If you're not, then sign up right now and become part of it. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app on your phone to try Market Movers today and get the invite to tonight's special live stream and giveaway. Okay, here we are. The number one card of the week. Were you able to guess it? The NBA Finals, of course, have just wrapped up. It's not surprising that the MVP of those finals is in the number one spot. Jaylen Brown. What an NBA Finals he had. He really showed his star potential this season. Of course, Jaylen Brown was the third overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Had a great postseason, led the Celtics to beat Dallas in 5 games last night to capture their franchise's 18th NBA championship. They now hold the record for the most championships among all NBA franchises, passing the Lakers by 1 championship. And Jaylen Brown was very impressive during all 4 rounds of the playoffs. He won, of course, Finals MVP last night, finishing the series with close to 21 points per game and delivering in many key moments, including in Game 3 when he scored 30 points, 8 rebounds, and had 8 assists, including a clutch jumper that shut down the late Dallas Mavericks run in that game. Brown's cards, as you can imagine, they've been hot. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. I've got 5 of his 2016 cards up on the screen. I've got his Optic Hollow up on the screen. I've got his Prism Base. I've also got his Prism Silvers on the list as well, and his Select Concourse. All of these in PSA 10. I've got the Prism Base in both PSA 10 and PSA 9. Really doesn't matter. These cards are all flying off the charts right now. They're all way up over the last 30 days. These cards are up anywhere between about 29% and about 85%. So if you have any Jaylen Brown card, chances are you're doing really well right now. His 2016 Optic Hollow in PSA 10, 30 days ago was $135. Today it is $180. His Prism Base in PSA 10 has gone from $90 to $161. In PSA 9, it's gone from $29 to close to $54. His Select Concourse in PSA 10, 30 days ago was around $68. Today it is $100. And his Prism Silver in PSA 10 rose from $241 up to $312. Congratulations to Jaylen Brown. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. And congratulations to you if you have any Jaylen Brown cards or any of the cards in today's top 5 in your collection. All right, guys, don't forget to join me tonight on Whatnot. I'm going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Cards HQ Breaks to give this box away, and then I'll be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for my Market Movers members for that special giveaway just for them as well. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you soon with our next episode. Take care.